Okay, another one of our esteemed guests is Dr. Bryant Villaponto. And Bryant is, and we dropped the formalities around here, but Bryant is an incredible guy, and I'm going to introduce him as the father of telomerase, and he's going to correct me and be humble about this whole thing. But without him and without his unbelievable work, research, which won him the Inventor of the Year award. What year was that, Bryant?
97.
97. And that's a National Inventor of the Year award in science. I don't think we'd have the industry we have right now with telomeres and telomerase. His work is equally impressive with stem cells, and he's the only researcher that I know of who is combining stem cells and telomerase or telomeres. And this could be a major key to aging. And Brian, why don't you just elaborate on that a little bit?
And the stem cells, yeah. So stem cells and telomerase kind of fit together very well. And the reason they do is because it's the stem cells which are most important for telomerase to work. If you can have stem cells dividing and often, then and they have to keep going on, and the telomeres have to be long. I mean, if you don't have that, then it doesn't matter what happens to the other cells, because the other cells turn over and die. But the stem cells are kind of immortal, and telomerase keeps them immortal. So you have to keep the telomerase up in the stem cells. And so stem cells are the key to, we think, to longevity. And a good example is the skin, because if you take the skin, as you get older, as you know, your skin thins out. And the reason it's thinning out is because the stem cells are declining with age, and what happens is then the turnover of the skin cell, you have fewer and fewer skin cells, so the turnover as they die off, flake off your hand or your arm or anywhere else in your body, the new cells, there's not enough new cells coming out, so your skin thins out, you get age spots, you get all of this other senescent cells. And so that process, if you can be reversed or made much better if you can just up the level of stem cells and up the level of telomerase to make the stem cells better. So that's why stem cells are so important for reversing the aging process, and I think telomerase is a key for those stem cells.
And we're in the process now of getting a lab, hopefully set up for Bryant in the near future. And this is a hypothesis, it's not going to happen overnight, but we should know within a year or two whether or not we're going to have the ability to inject his amplified and his, I guess what do you call it, euthyfied or rejuvenated stem cells with the telomerase, longer telomeres. And there's a possibility one of these years, and maybe sooner than we think, of a systemic injection into the bloodstream of stem cells that would migrate to the tissues, the organs, and basically rejuvenate us. Now, age reversal is probably not going to be that easy, but this can go a huge way toward full body rejuvenation. And we certainly will have the ability very soon to be injecting specific organs and tissues. Now, I might add, oh, by the way, new skin. This could happen, this could be a reality within a very short period of time. So imagine that, and imagine what people would pay for that. I might add that our flagship product, StemCode, was actually formulated by Bryant. And you can see now, you can appreciate some of the science. It goes back and it backs up some of these amazing supplements that we're going to be introducing and are introducing now to our audience. So, Bryant, I want to really thank you for all the help you've been. And Bryant's, by the way, our CSO on Maximum Life Foundation, and he just recently joined our Scientific Advisory Board, and it's a great honor to have you as a member.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the stem code now does, without taking the cells out of the body. So the idea that Dave was talking about is taking the cells out of the body, grow them in tissue culture, and reversing their age, and then put them back in the body. So that's in the future. The next, if we can get the funding to do that, we can do that in a year or two, we think. But what we have right now is the StemCode product, where you take a supplement and it helps your own stem cells in your body, in situ, in place where they are. It helps those to rejuvenate and to divide better. So that's where we use the StemCode product.
Great, thank you, Brian.
Okay, thanks.
And thanks for coming to the party.
Yeah, thank you.
And Brian's got to go back to San Diego.
Yeah, I got to go back.
Long drive.